moving the focus away from that and sticking still within the content aspect of you and your career, Wyatt. I want to know, talk to me about your experience in the Jerma Rumble. What was that like?
That is such a deep. You know what's funny about that is, I think at the time that I was in that, I might have been like 17 or 16. So I mean, I could activate a long-winded ramble here about how, because early on in TF2, I was doing a lot of content. I met uh, who was then Star, now Stir, who's also a TF2 content creator, and then expanded and is more of a variety creator, doing a bunch of different things now. But I'd met him super early on. Jerma was a TF2 YouTuber early on, so I knew those guys so long ago. And yeah, so Jerma put me in, I think it's the second Rumble. And yeah, I think I was like 16 or 17 at the time. And it's just so funny that on the Jerma wiki, it shows that my age is like in my 30s, which I'm still not. I mean, I'm 27. I still haven't made it there yet. But people, because I didn't show my face or anything, I had this deep ass voice since I was 12. So people just thought that I was a grown ass man, but I was actually just 17. And yeah, it's pretty funny. That's one of those like little tidbit facts that like once in a while someone in my chat will be like, why were you in the Jerma Rumble? And then it's like, I have to explain the whole thing. Well, actually, all right, I knew those guys from TF2 content creation. We used to like pub in TF2 together all the time. I'm in a bunch of their like, I'm just in a bunch of their random TF2 videos playing with them. Um, yeah, that is just some funny ancient history that gets brought up once in a while. I mean, he never even mentioned it to me. I don't think. I was just in it. Like, I don't think he told me that. I don't think he ever said like, "Hey, you're going to be in this." I was just in it, and I was like, "Oh, sweet." So yeah, that's just a funny little tie-in. Again, just kind of like how many talented people have come out of TF2 despite the size of the scene is crazy.
Were you disappointed that you didn't win?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Looking back, it definitely disappointed. It's also funny looking back now as someone who's obsessed with wrestling. At the time, it was just like funny for what it is, but now, yeah, like looking back at those, it's totally different enjoyment. And I am, I am upset that I didn't win, of course, but at the end of the day, again, just like the little things, I really appreciate, I guess, being a part of history in different small ways, I guess, makes me feel content.
Some pretty good history at that as well. One might ask. Uh, uh, how was that? How how did you come together with Jerma during those TF2 days? How did you meet him?
Yeah, so I remember um so there was a TF2 content creator named Icy Tooney. He was the first TF2 YouTuber that started getting some traction with gameplay commentary videos, because that was, man, back then, gameplay commentary videos, those hit hard. And so I started doing the same thing. And then Star started making videos, and I saw his really early on, and I just immediately thought that his videos were amazing. I thought there was just something, he was just awesome. And so I had already kind of been going, and I was like the second biggest content creator on YouTube at the time, which, I mean, that meant I was getting like 7,000 views on the video. But and then I started playing games with Star a lot, and then shortly after that, Jerma started making videos, and Star started talking to him, and then yeah, we would just start playing TF2 together, and from there, I just kind of just kept I appeared in a number of both of their videos as kind of just a side character, because I had that was also, after a bit, I stopped making content because I was just so into competing that was my primary focus. And then I was like an extra in a lot of their videos. Basically, like it would be them as like the main focus, whatever. It was like either of their videos, and then I'd kind of just be like playing with them, little comments here and there. But yeah, I was just hanging out with them as a friend most of the time, and remember those days very fondly. That was also, I guess, a part of like I was just so excited to get on and like hang out with those guys. Definitely a way of Kind of goes back to the escapism thing, but yeah, remember those days fondly. It was fun.